if you go to NASCAR, the drivers aren't as friendly. These guys know that their money and their fans are what we're all about, and that's why they come here.
All of them just standing out here for hours and hours of their own personal time, dealing with all the kids. This is what it's about. All the autographs on their shirts. They all have a good time. That's why we're all here.
To have kids come up and say, we watch you on TV, we TiVo you, we know all about you and your brothers that raced before. That's a great feeling, and that's, pit party for me is the best part of it for sure.
It's great to see. We went to a baseball game once, and they weren't so good with the kids, and these guys are wonderful with them.
They seem to be, they appreciate the fact that these fans are the ones that, get them where they are and making them money. Some of the football, basketball, it's like they can't be bothered anymore, so it's kind of grassroots.
Also on hand were some special guests from the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
That was a cool little group from Make-A-Wish, and this is Riley, maybe my good luck charm for the World Finals out here. That's what it's all about, man. These little guys come out, and we just made their day. They get to watch these monsters at Monster Jam. It's going to be a really good deal for these kids.
For more information on how to secure Double Down tickets for next year's Monster Jam World Finals, log on to monsterjamonline.com. In the evening, these hardcore fans got to witness the qualifying races. At the end of the night, six-time World Finals competitor Jimmy Cretin in Bounty Hunter won the Double Down Trophy as the #1 qualifier with a time of 15.84. This set the bracket for Saturday night's single elimination head-to-head racing format, and Jimmy Cretin knew it would be tough to win.
As far as who's in the other lane, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're all good. I mean, if you're in the World Finals, they're all good, and they can all beat you in any race. I would prefer to win the racing title right now. I've won the freestyle championship, and I've been so close to the racing championship. I'm trying to get that monkey off my back. I just can't finish that final round. It's been close, and it wears on you.
Whether it's bicycles or beasts, racing is racing, and every driver in Las Vegas wanted the Monster Jam World Finals racing title. As the #1 seed, Jimmy Cretin was the first to race in the second round. He was also the first of many explosive upsets. One by one, Air Force Afterburner, Blue Thunder, Brutus, Iron Outlaw, Scarlet Bandit, and Escalade, and Monster Mutt Dalmatian were relegated to the pits. The track in Sam Boyd Stadium is the longest and most technical of the year, a true test to determine a world champion. The trucks are geared up to hit almost 70 miles an hour as they charge down the straights. Then, the driveline brakes spit sparks in protest as they try to slow down the 10,000-pound locomotives. The pressure level went up a notch as the field was cut down to 8.
Oh! He broke a driveline in Hot Wheels!
Round 3 saw heartbreaking losses go to Neil Elliott in Hot Wheels, Tom Mentz in Maximum Destruction, Lindsey Wank in Iron Outlaw, and Mark McDonald in Safe Auto Minimizer.
It's going to be Pablo Huffaker. Pablo Huffaker is going to the Monster Jam semifinals.
After 3 rounds of great racing, the semis were set. Coming into this event, John Seesock in Batman was clearly on a mission.
If I win Vegas, I'm going to cry like a little girl. After our first World Finals, I did a show in Connecticut, and a family came up to me and had a bottle of champagne, and they said that we don't care what anybody says, we feel that you're the real world champion. And it's from the O'Connor family in Connecticut, and Mike, I'll tell you what, when I win the world championship, I'm going to come back, and we're going to drink this together. And if I win Vegas, that's the first place I'm going is Connecticut.
He faced Charlie Pocket in Monster Mutton semi number 1.
Batman has a truck link lead into the turn, but it's who's going to execute the turn better, and it's going to be John Cena. Batman is going to the Monster Jam Racing Championship round. Can you believe it for John Cena?
Coming through the other side of the bracket was Dennis Anderson piloting Gravedigger. While many of the other drivers struggled with the advanced auto parts lane, Dennis had put on a clinic in controlled aggression for his fellow drivers. In Semi 2, he ran against Pablo Huffaker in his new truck, Captain's Curse, to claim the other slot in the final.
Back, watch the finish line. Oh, what a race! Wow, what a race!
5-time World Finals competitor John Cena and Batman then faced the defending Monster Jam World Racing Champion Dennis Anderson for the 2007 crown. A flawless run was necessary to beat Gravedigger, and Cena delivered.
Down Thunder Alley, Digger has a one-truck length lead. It will be one. It's a 5-second penalty. Gravedigger has hit the pole. John Cena, for the first time in his illustrious Monster Jam career, is the World Monster Jam Racing Champion. And rightfully so. A new 2000 World Champion.
Stay with us. When we return, we'll introduce you to some of the other great personalities that help make up the world of Monster Jam. Welcome back to Sam Boyd Stadium and Monster Jam on CBS. The Monster Jam field of drivers is full of some amazing characters and personalities, each with the skill and guts to wow audiences nationwide week after week. The veteran drivers have witnessed the sport's growth.
Monster Jam, monster trucks have just come so far. The technology that we've got in these shocks and our suspension, the drivetrain, the engines we're using now, you know, I've been in it for 18 years, and every year it just changes.
The motors are getting bigger, the jumps are getting bigger, we're finding the weak spots on the trucks. Now we're fixing them better. So now you can go out there and you can jump in big jumps and not lose spindles like we used to.
Yeah, we're not running steel bodies, and we're not taking the old factory-produced frame and just throwing some big old arched-up springs on them anymore. It's a lot of technology. You know, we've got 30 inches of suspension travel on them. They're pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, when we first started, we just would barely clear a set of 4 cars. And now, I mean, we are jumping over school buses that are jacked up on 4-foot dirt pads. I mean, the height, more than anything, the trucks have been able to jump so much higher, and that's because they'll hold together and take those huge impacts.
At the other end of the spectrum are the rookies, hungry to make their mark against the world's best.
Fortunately, you know, I was put into a truck that I can go out and push hard and run hard, and because that's the way, I know that's what the people want to see, and I want to make a name for myself to where when they see me, they think of a guy like Dennis or like Tom, that they know they're going to see a show tonight. You know, if that guy can go out and that truck stays together, they're going to see a show, and so that's my goal.
Being a man in monster trucks, you have to be tough. Being a woman in monster trucks, you have to be 10 times tougher than any man. And they do pick on me being the little girl, and I think it's more because I'm young as well. I'm only 20, so they're, oh, she's a little girl. But I think that I've earned my respect from the drivers, you know. The more wins that I take on, the better I do each year, each show even. You know, I earn respect each weekend. But it is very tough being a chick in the sport. But I think I've handled myself very well. Thank you very much.
Some Monster Jam trucks have superhero personas, and drivers like Chad Fortune of Superman and John Cena of Batman take their driving duties seriously.
If you're going to save it during racing, then you might as well go out there and tear it up during freestyle. We'll fix it and we'll get it back for the next week.
The truck works great, which is my crew. I mean, I get all the glory. I sit there, hold the wheel, I get all the credit, but they're the ones that deserve it. You know, the truck is awesome. I mean, there's nothing in the country that looks like it. Nothing in the world that looks like it. And to be able to drive that thing, I'm proud. I'm honored.
Monster Mutt and Monster Mutt Dalmatian are crowd favorites at every show. Make no mistake, these dogs can bite as well as they bark.
Racing's one
one thing, man, but, you know, there's nothing like freestyle. I love to see a guy go out with a truck. Every truck has got their different characteristics, and every driver's got his own style. That, to me, that's driving. When you can go out there and finesse it around, pull off some stuff, that's cool. That's driving.
Other drivers who have earned superstar status include Dawn Cretin, driver of the newly rebuilt truck Scarlet Bandit. She's crushed every stereotype ever associated with women drivers. Meanwhile, Pablo Huffaker is not only an amazing driver, he's an engineer who's got to be credited with a lot of the performance, safety, and durability of the modern monster truck. However, when it comes to rivals, Tom Meents in Maximum Destruction is on everyone's list.
I am a racer for a living. That's cool. I mean, it didn't take me too long to get to where I needed to be, you know, because I felt like I've been driving a monster truck all my life, you know. I mean, I was there when the first trucks ever came out, just a small, you know, town kid from little town of Paxton, Illinois, and I just always wanted to do it, you know. I mean, it was really cool for me to be able to get the opportunity, not having much money, and it was like it was my one shot to the top, and I had to grab hold and give it all I had. Has to be in tune with his truck as far as repairs, working on them, actually knowing what the machine can and cannot do, and to be able to get it fixed up to top quality each week. I mean, I do a ton of work on my own vehicle, and that'll probably never change.
Sick air right off the bat. The only truck that cleared that double.
Tom knows how to put on the show. He goes out there and he destroys as much as he can. Even when his truck gets ruined, he keeps going. He doesn't stop till it's done.
Still flying, straight up, over she goes again. Oh my! He put her back down, yes! Tom Meents, Maximum Destruction!
Oh, I absolutely love the fans. I mean, the cool thing about it is I was a fan first. I mean, I went to certain drivers when I was a young kid, like 10 years old, and they didn't give that interaction to me, and I walked away feeling a little bit, you know, shorted and cheapened, and I don't want anybody to feel that way when they come to see me, and they come up and say, Tom, we're here to see you. That means a lot to me. That really hits me hard in the core, and I want to make sure that they walk away with that special experience.
Stay with us. Up next, we've got the biggest jumps, crashes, and carnage after this message and a word from your local station. Welcome back to Monster Jam on CBS. Monster Jam fans are the most loyal to be found anywhere in motorsports.
I'm from Ontario, California.
Fresno, California.
I'm from Green River, Wyoming. We live in L.A.
Clayton, Utah. Portland, Oregon.
He wanted to see the Dennis Anderson's 25th anniversary.
Everybody's together as families. Severn, Maryland.
Michigan.
Long Island, New York. There's no monster truck show better than Las Vegas.
There's a lot for the kids. You know, the kids love it. Yeah, it's a family event.
New Jersey.
Illinois. New Orleans.
Where family and friends come to meet.
Tacoma, Washington.
Bronx, New York. It's an awesome event, awesome sport. It's so much fun. It's great for the family. It's just great all around. It's all about the fans for him. All about the fans. He gives so much love to us.
Ask any fan what they like about Monster Jam, and the answer is usually simple.
Just the absolute destruction that these guys do.
I like it when they flip, yeah.
You're thinking, oh, this is going to hurt, you know, and that's when you get it on the ragged edge, and that's what all these fans like to see.
here's little 120-pound me and 10,000 pounds of a monster truck with 1,500 horsepower. I can conquer the world in that thing. You know, I could take over anything I want. Saw an old boat. I was like, I need a boat for this show. It'd be so cool to run over a boat.
Driving a monster truck's more like flying in a small plane. If you jump a motorcycle or a four-wheeler, you can control the attitude of that vehicle in the air with the brakes and throttle. We do the same thing with a monster truck. You know, it's not even so much as driving a truck, it's more like flying a truck.